turn on your notification bell. You will still get those information you are looking for. Thank you.
Kano boys. CC arrested, 3 vehicles burnt, many injured. And now, following clashes between rival political parties, supporters on Zaria Road in Kano State, we discovered that no fewer than 63 suspects have been arrested by men of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, that's the NSCDC. Now, the rival party supporters wielded dangerous weaponry during the clashes, including burning of 3 cars and smashing of another. Many others were confirmed to have been injured. So, when the newsman was being addressed, the public relations officer of the Civil Defense Corps in Kano, Ibn Abdullahi, confirmed the arrest, saying, I quote, "We have arrested about 63 suspected thugs disrupting public peace, wielding dangerous weapons, burning vehicles and snatching mobile phones from people. They are going to be investigated and taken to court for prosecution," end of quote. And so, this is pre-election issue we're talking about now. Nigeria is collecting their results as we are speaking, and these are the pre-election issues. You have seen the thugs well armed by the People's Democratic Party, by the All Progressive Congress, even the New Nigerian Party. They're all there mobilizing thugs for the election. And you have seen the voter suppression and everything. That is among the things we have been saying. We are relaying this because it is pre-election matters. And these are the things we forewarned that were going to happen during the election. This is just about 2 days to the election. This is what was happening. All right. So they have clashed and they are destroying lives and property. And that is the Nigerian scenario. That is the Nigerian case. That is what the contraction is all about. Okay? There are desperados everywhere. What are they looking for in the government house? What are they looking for in the state house, Abuja? If not that they want to continue to loot the resources of the people. If not that they want to destroy the country. If not that they want to erase completely, any iota of livelihood of the people. Completely, so that they will go into, endemic poverty. Perpetually. Okay? And so that is what they are doing. They are arming the youths, the vulnerable youths. They have kept unemployed for several decades. This is a time for judgment for politicians in Nigeria, if the youth will wake up from the deep slumber. But unfortunately, the youth from this part of the country, they are still being used by this, political ediabanes, by these monsters in form of human beings, masquerading as politicians. It is bitter. We are bitter to see that the use of these places are being still, they still allow themselves to be used as willing tools in the hands of these monsters to cause mayhem and unleash, terror on innocent persons. Police said they have arrested 63 persons. So what will happen next? Nothing. They will just release them. The politicians will call on phones and they will release them. You see, that is what is happening across the nooks and crannies of this contraption, majorly in the northern part of the country. You've seen it. They are setting tires ablaze, injuring many persons. And they say they are conducting an election. What kind of election is that? It's purely charade, gangsterism of sort. We have said it. The contraction is not ripe for democracy. They are not into democracy. They are not into democracy. Since 1999, they are started in their new democracy. We have said it, even not me. It's Fala that said it's demon decrees. Demon decrees. That they are not part in democracy. Look at what they are doing, the political actors, the so-called political heavyweights. Destroyers and looters, saboteurs, economic saboteurs, I tell you. And so they are using the vulnerable youths to cause mayhem, unleash terror on innocent persons. And so the charade has been conducted, and as we are even speaking, there are some places they are still conducting the charade. Okay? And so they have made, nonsense of the outcome of the election. That's why we are playing this. You know that I've been sure that the outcome has been made, nonsense. That is it. There's no integrity therein. That is all we are saying, and that's all we are saying. So when they say they are passing verdict on who? On who will rule this contraption? When those people who are cabals, those people who want to perpetuate themselves in power are ready and willing to do everything humanly possible and even impossible to ensure that they perpetuate themselves. A political party from a particular region said they will perpetuate themselves in power. Can you imagine that? After 8 years of a Fulani man, after 8 years of a Northerner, after 8 years, so they still want to return power, and that's why you see the clashes happening over there. You see, you are a Northerner, you are a Fulani man, you are a Muslim, you have everything in common with the incumbent, and you know the kind of country you have: multilingual, multi-religious, multi-ethnicity, and what have you. And still people want to toe this line. It's called to chaos, and it's direct invitation to anarchy. That is what we are seeing. We are forewarning so that people will understand what we are saying. Oh, we are preaching violence. No, we are not preaching violence. We are trying to stop the violence from happening. Because when you are doing the same thing and you are doing the same thing always, and you expect a different result, that means you don't know what you are doing. The person is behaving like a fool. You must change tactics for you to achieve a different result. So that is it. So from what the country is doing, from what the northern Nigeria is doing, from what the Kabas are doing, even in Aso Rock, to make sure that a Northerner, a Muslim, a Fulani man succeeds, a Muslim, a Northerner, a Fulani man is an open. They are causing disaster, they are causing anarchy. Alright? So it has not ended when you said the youth were clashing in Kano State. That one is even small thing from what will be happening after the results of the election will be announced. We are still into the election. They are still counting. Some people are still voting. Those who have delayed voting, they are continuing their voting as we're speaking. Alright? So that is the situation of things in this country. What we just analyzed is one of the pre-election violence that the political Ediabanis, political heavyweights, political actors are orchestrating on Nigeria using vulnerable youth they have made to be poor and jobless